very clean, very effective. So the next product we launched, obviously we're a sports nutrition company, but all of our products are made for anyone, whether you're active and working out, semi-active, or maybe even slightly sedentary. So all of these products have potential for anybody to promote health benefits at any age. But when looking at how different products can help muscle and help strength, there are three things that are really solidly backed by research shown to improve muscle strength and muscle size, or the adaptation from your exercise to gain muscle. Those three are testosterone, which cell block 80 is for, branched-chain amino acids, and I'll get into that in just a second, and the third is omega-3 fatty acids. And it's no coincidence that those are our first three products, because they are the most clinically proven, clinically backed ways to improve body composition, both in increasing muscle and strength, but also in decreasing body fat. So what are branched-chain amino acids? So there are 9 essential amino acids. All of the rest of the amino acids are what they call non-essential or conditionally essential. The non-essential amino acids we can make in our body. The essential amino acids, which there are 9 of, we have to get from food. That's why protein is so important. Now, inside those 9 essential amino acids are 3 branched chain amino acids. And they're called branched chain because they look like branched chains under a microscope, if you could see their molecular structure. So these branched chains are very specific purpose, and one of those branched chains called leucine is really important to this whole piece of the puzzle. Now, what does leucine do? Well, we all know that when we eat fat or carbohydrates, our insulin levels go up. Actually, even sometimes when we eat protein, our insulin levels can increase. Now, insulin is a hormone that docks to the outside of the cell and basically knocks on the door and says, hey, we've got a delivery here, a delivery of fats and carbohydrates so that you can use them to convert to energy. Okay, now there is another door on the other side for the protein. They have a different door, you know. They don't use the same door as the carbohydrates and fats. They use a different one. And who opens that door? Hello, it's leucine. And that's exactly what leucine does. Leucine docks to that cell and sends a cascade of enzymatic processes to allow amino acids into the cell. And that's what allows muscle protein synthesis, the making of proteins that become every single part of your cells in your body. So all the muscle, that's protein. You know, all your enzymes, those are all protein. All your hair, your skin, much of your tissue levels, those are protein. Your bones are made of amino acids and minerals. Your cartilage, I mean, so much of your body is used by amino acids. So you need that leucine to trigger the whole process. So they did some interesting research, and they said, okay, well, if leucine is that important, what if we just took a standard protein shake, right? And we added branched chains into that protein shake, would it make a difference? Not only did it make a difference, it made a huge difference. Simply by adding a few grams, basically the dose that we have in our single scoop, one single scoop added to protein increased muscle protein synthesis by 33%. Now, I know a lot of people out there are taking protein powders. It's a huge seller in the marketplace. But how many of them realize by taking one tiny little scoop of branched chains and putting it in there that they could get up to a third more muscle every time they drank protein? Why would you not want to add that to your protein powder? It's just silly. And the science is there. Again, everything I'm saying, you can Google search and look this up on yourself. The studies are published. They're out there for you to read yourself. So there are actually 2 different ways to use branched chain amino acids. The first and foremost, which is why I came out with an unflavored first, is by adding it to protein to increase that muscle protein synthesis, allow you to gain more muscle. But there's another thing the body uses branch chains for, and that's energy. Okay, so when you stress, your body produces cortisol, the stress hormone. And the cortisol has one function, basically, is to go out and scavenge energy as quickly as it can. Because if you're stressed, you're running from a tiger or a bear or whatever, your body needs energy, and it needs a lot of it, and because you may be running for a while. So it goes and tries to grab energy from anywhere it can. If there's blood glucose, it'll grab that. If there's fat deposits, it'll get some of that. But that takes a little while to break down. So the body can actually grab muscles that are not in use and tear it down. And what it does is tear down the proteins and pull out the branched-chain amino acids, which can send to the muscles that are being used, like your legs, to run away from a lion, and feed those muscles very quickly. Now, what that does is your body's cortisol levels are breaking down muscle and recycling them to use for energy. That's not such a great thing. Especially if you're working out trying to gain muscle, you may actually be stressing out all day, raising your cortisol levels. Then you head to the gym and you stress your body. Now your cortisol levels are through the roof. You're breaking down almost as much muscle as you think you're gaining in the gym. And that's not the good results. So how can you prevent that? It's called anti-catabolic. Catabolic means just like a cat. It's chewing up and eating up your muscle. So you don't want that catabolic attitude. You want it anti-catabolic. Well, branch chains are that as well. So a lot of people take branch chains right before they go work out. Now that's why we came up with a flavored branch chains, which is the next slide. And that way you can add it to water and then just drink it while you're working out. Branch chains have been clinically proven to reduce cortisol. That's cool. That means lower cortisol. Lower cortisol means less loss of muscle while you're working out. That means you're really gaining on top of the gains that you're making, not gaining some, breaking it down, gaining some back, breaking it down again. That's a terrible cycle to get on. So by taking branch chains in water, and we have a delicious fruit punch flavored out there that's completely natural, non-GMO, gluten-free, just like all our rest of our products. And by adding that to that, you're actually providing the branch chains that the cortisol would be going to tear down the muscle for. So it says, hey, I don't need to tear down muscle. I've got branch chains already in the bloodstream. We can send that to the muscle to use for energy. And that's exactly the way it works. So you can use branch chains prior to workout, which we have the fruit punch flavor. Just mix with water and drink while you're working out or doing any stressful things. Some people even like just taking this and working at their desk if they're in a stressful environment, just to keep that cortisol level down and in check. Now, remember, branch chains can go directly to the muscle. They bypass the liver, which is where most of the carbs and fat have to go to be processed, to be turned into ATP. Branch chains can go directly to the muscle and give you this surge of energy, muscular energy. That's what most people experience as real energy, not stimulant energy. Branch chains don't have any stimulants in them. But I guarantee most of you will feel the difference just by taking a scoop of this in water. You will feel what real energy feels like. The ATP is your body's energy currency. It's what uses to fuel your cells. When you use stimulants, you accelerate the burning up of ATP. You burn it all out. That's why you feel exhausted afterwards, because you're not supplying the body with fuel. You're burning up all the fuel. Stimulants are not the way to go. Branch chains will actually feed your body. You'll actually be producing more energy and have more energy for your body to use. So that's the two different ways that people can use branch chains, whether you're exercising or not. Now, if you're older like myself, tomorrow I turn 54, and at 54 I'll be competing on the stage this summer. Last summer I competed and took first place in physique in Masters. Now, there's a thing called sarcopenia, which is this nice name for age-related muscle loss. Now, they have shown in studies the average American loses anywhere from 2 to 5% of their muscle every year after the age of 40. That sucks. I am actually gaining muscle at 54 years of age. How is that possible? Well, other than steroids or testosterone, the only thing they've ever shown to reverse sarcopenia, not just stop it, reverse it, are branched-chain amino acids. And they do so because our body, just like insulin, can be downregulated. Too much insulin over time, and the body can get less receptive to it. Eating too many carbohydrates over a lifetime, and your body starts getting fat. That's exactly what happens. Well, but conversely, the other side, the leucine can be downregulated. By adding those leucine, you basically upregulate them again, and you allow your body to become more efficient at producing and utilizing those amino acids to create muscle. So they've actually shown success with people with muscle wasting issues. They've had people with, like myself, sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, actually reverse and even gain muscle simply by using branched-chain amino acids. Now, they found some success with just by increasing the protein levels, but there are risks to protein. They've known that by increasing protein, you do run a higher risk of different diseases. So you don't get any of those risks, but you get all the benefits by simply keeping your protein levels about the same and using branched-chain amino acids in your place. I love this product both because of the health benefits, but because of the way it makes me feel. I love the energy